Imagine walking up to your door with your hands completely full. No fumbling for keys, no opening apps, not even scanning a fingerprint. The door just detects exactly where you are and clicks open. That's the promise of the new Aqara U400 Smart Lock. On paper, it sounds like the ultimate endgame for home security, featuring native Matter compatibility and true hands-free unlocking. But there are massive limitations that completely changes everything, especially if you haven't done thorough testing and get caught out. This video is not sponsored, and I paid for this door lock with my own money. So today, I'm going to show you what it's actually like to use every day, where it excels, and whether it's worth the premium price. When you first pull the U400 out of the box, the build quality is immediately obvious. It's a surprisingly heavy lock, and both the exterior panel and deadbolt is well made from zinc alloy metal. The matte finish does a great job resisting fingerprints, which sounds like a small detail until you've actually lived with glossy smart home products that constantly look dirty. Despite all the technology packed inside, it isn't overly bulky either. Sitting at roughly the size of a large smartphone, Aqara have also sealed the lock with a rubber weatherproof gasket, giving it the IP65 rating. One thing worth mentioning before buying is that there's actually two different versions of this lock available. I got the deluxe version from the Apple Store, which has the zinc alloy thumb turn on the inside. The normal version only has the hardened plastic. Installation is straightforward if you've installed door handles before. The lock fits directly into a standard deadbolt or door handle cutout, which my door already had and took me about 20 minutes. I inserted the deadbolt into the side of the door, threaded the outer panel tailpiece and cables through, then pushed the panel flush against the door, attached the inside mount plate by fastening this to the exterior panel using the provided bolts, connecting the cables, screwing the inner panel onto the mounting plate, then inserting the battery. I've installed this over an existing door handle so that I could properly test out the hands-free features. Now, most homeowners are probably going to install this as an additional deadbolt on top of an existing handle. And while that's the most practical setup, it does create an interesting trade-off which I'll touch on later on in this video. You don't actually need a specific Aqara hub if you've already got a threadboard router like a HomePod or Echo. It'll connect to your smart home just fine. If you want full remote management inside the Aqara Home app, like changing user fingerprints or just adjusting the door settings while you're not at home, then you will need an Aqara Matter controller. I'll link a cheap one below in case you're interested. Let's talk about living with this thing every day. The absolute headline feature here is the Ultra-Wideband or UWB unlocking. This basically detects when you're approaching the door, unlocking it automatically before you even touch it. Just testing how this usually works with the Ultra-Wideband. Walk up to it, green light flashes, automatically opens. When it works, it feels like magic, but here's a catch. The premium hands-free experience is only limited to newer iPhones and Apple smartwatches. So if you're in an Android ecosystem, then you're locked out of that premium hands-free feature that you just paid a premium price for. Now, Aqara have stated that an Android update is coming, but for now, it's only limited to Apple users. The lock supports just about every access method you could want. You can register multiple users, assign PIN codes, store multiple fingerprints, create temporary guest accesses, issue schedule codes for staff or cleaners, or home key on your Apple device. So I've just tested adding this NFC device, which is also one of my gym keys. Look how easy that was. During testing, I found myself using the fingerprint reader most of the time, simply because it was so quick and reliable. Locking the door is equally straightforward. You can lock it manually from the keypad, through the app, or using the thumb turn from the inside. The lock also has an inbuilt gyroscope, so it actually knows when the door is open or closed. This lets you put in some automation rules such as auto-locking once you've pulled the door shut, or relocking after you've unlocked it and it's been a few seconds and you haven't opened the door. This is actually especially important if you're using the ultra-wideband feature, because it means that you can actually walk past the door lock and unintentionally unlock it with your Apple devices. During testing, I discovered the biggest compromise with the Aqara's hands-free experience. If you pair this lock with a traditional door handle, using it purely as a deadbolt, which is how it's actually meant to be used, the auto unlock feature only gets you halfway there. You still have to physically grab the handle to push the door open. That's unless you can move like a monkey. To get the full hands-free experience, you need to install this as a standalone door lock itself, like what I've done on the studio door. The downside though is that if you don't include the traditional door handle and latch, you're not going to be able to pull the door shut, and you also lose that feedback that you get from hearing the latch click in when you close the door. My recommendation would be to pair a standalone installation with a simple door closer or gas spring. It's an extra piece of hardware, but it completely changes the experience and allows the lock to deliver on the hands-free promise. You can also add 2 U-shaped dummy handles with no latch for a push and pull alternative. If you appreciate these kind of practical, real-world tests that go beyond the marketing hype, then hit that subscribe button. I'm constantly testing out smart home products so you don't get caught out when you buy it. Aside from that trade-off, day-to-day performance has been excellent. The fingerprint sensor has been every bit as reliable as one on a modern smartphone, and response times have remained consistently fast throughout the entire testing period. To sum up the operating speeds, 0.3 seconds to open with fingerprint, half a second with home key and NFC devices, opening via code is instant, 2 seconds for Bluetooth and Matter, and the Ultra-Wideband is distance-based config set up in your app. I've had 0 fails in over a month. Battery life is another area where Aqara has nailed the user experience. The U400 runs on a massive 4800 mAh battery. Aqara claims 6 months of life, and from my heavy traffic testing, it reflects that accurately. What I love is the deluxe pack gives you 2 batteries, so you can swap them out with no downtime on the door. Once the battery drops below 20%, the lock becomes quite proactive, sending notifications through the Aqara Home and Apple Home apps. If you somehow manage to ignore all the low battery app warnings and lock completely dies, you're not stranded. There's a hidden emergency USB-C port on the bottom of the keypad. Just plug in a portable power bank or reverse charge from your phone. After a month of testing, the Aqara U400 is easily one of the most complete smart locks I've used. The sensors are fast, the battery system is incredibly well thought out, and every access method feels polished and reliable. The hands-free ultra-wideband unlocking is genuinely impressive, but I think the way that you install and use it matters just as much as the technology itself. If you're planning to use this as a traditional deadbolt, you'll still get access to all the cool features such as the fingerprint scanner, PIN codes, and all the other features that the Aqara app gives you access to. However, if you want that true walk up and enter hands-free experience, then you're better off installing this as a standalone unit itself. If you can live without the hands-free UWB proximity tracking, you can opt for Aqara's entry-level deadbolt benchmark and save yourself over $100 US. With the U100, you're still getting all the other unlocking methods, but the other differences are that it runs on standard AA batteries rather than the swappable lithium pack, and it relies on the older Zigbee chip. This means it's not as compatible with current smart home ecosystems, and you may be locked into buying a separate proprietary Aqara hub if you want to send remote commands. I've left links in the description below if you want to check out the current pricing. And also, let me know what are your thoughts on this smart lock. How are you using it in your setup? If you like these real-world smart home reviews, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.